So many of us know that Salt House is part of the ELCA, the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. Dun, dun, dun. Just acronyms are exciting. So this past week, I got to spend 3 days with all the other ELCA pastors in Northwest Washington. So if you look at Washington, the Northwest Washington region, all the pastors who are Lutherans in that area, we were all together, which was great. I really walked away with just reminded of who I am and why I decided to become a Lutheran pastor, of all things, in the first place, because truly this picture of agape feasts, I just feel like that is so central to who Lutherans are, as people of inclusion and service and love and justice and forgiveness and good food and grace. So I'm really grateful for that blessing that I had this week to reconnect with that sense. Being part of the ELC comes with many blessings, and one of those blessings is that pastors get to take a sabbatical. And a sabbatical, it's a word related to Sabbath, which means to cease striving. It's saying no to empire, right? It is to rest. And every 7 years, pastors get 3 months of sabbatical, of time to cease to rest. And I get to take a sabbatical, which is kind of amazing. It's going to start actually May 15th, and it's going to run through August 15th, so those 3 months. So I'll be on sabbatical, which means I won't be doing any work for Salt House, which is kind of jarring for me to say that. Like, I'm sorry, that's what I do. Which means I won't be here on Sundays. I won't be looking at my email. I will cease. And it's happening now at this particular time because when I said yes to being a pastor for this new thing that was happening in Kirkland, I walked away from my former church that I served in California, like right at the moment when I was due a sabbatical. It had been 7 years, and I was like, well. And so you forfeit that because you like start over at zero when you move to a new place. But the amazing pastors and council at Holy Spirit Lutheran Church, when they heard about that, they said, you know what, you can take a sabbatical in 2017. We'll cover the pastoral responsibilities and won't cost Salt House anything, which was absolutely an amazing gift. So I get a sabbatical, which again is a blessing. But I also want to name that transitions like this, even like 3 months of transition, can raise anxiety for folks, like individuals or for a community. So I just want to name that because it's change. So if some of that comes up for you, or even if it doesn't, I want to offer just two things to go with this. First, a word of reminder, just about who we are at Salt House. We hold experimentation as central to who we are, right? Like we like to try things, give things a go, and this is just like a new thing to try, right? What's it like when Sarah's not here? I don't know, let's see. So that just gets to be something that we try, right? It's good. And second, so just naming, like this is what we do. We try different things, right? And then second, I want to offer an invitation to y'all. And my invitation to you is to see how you might show up in these 3 months to receive blessing, but also to be a blessing. And here's what I mean by that. Frankly, pastors have a habit of trying to do all the things. And over-functioning is like totally my jam. Like I do that, right? Like, yep, I'm just going to own that. And yet at Salt House, like we also hold central to who we are that everybody has something to offer, right? That we believe that we are blessed to be a blessing that absolutely holds true in how we show up to be with and for each other. Like we bring who we are, knowing that our collective gifts, like the sum is greater than the parts, right? So we come to bless and to serve, like we come with that, and to receive too, so it's both. But so my question for you, are you willing to embrace this experiment, but also just to look for how you can be a blessing and fill in the gaps that you see as I am gone? Are you willing to do that? Mm-hmm. Well, you don't really have a choice. I mean, I'm not going to be here. But it's just be awesome if you would do that. So I do want to say, too, that an awesome blessing all this, too, is that Pastor Katie McCollum-Soxy from Holy Spirit Lutheran Church, our parent congregation, who you've heard preach here before, she will be here to rock it as your pastor for that whole time that I'm gone. So she'll be preaching, she'll be leading worship, she's available during the week, and she's right over there. Yeah, hi, I know. She literally like popped over in between services at Holy Spirit, so hence the...
when I offer you leave in 2 minutes, it's not
I know. So thank you, and like just a little secret, like Katie is like way funnier and smarter than I am, so you're just gonna have a blast with her, and she won't say that's true, but it's true. So it's just gonna be awesome, and so yes, and to say too that Jason and everyone else is still gonna be here, so Sunday will still feel like Salt House, just with some different flavor, which I think will be a real gift for us as a community. The other real reason that this is a blessing to Salt House is honestly because this will help me to be a better leader and pastor for y'all, right? I have to tell you that Salt House, this thing that we are creating together with God, this is like one of the greatest joys of my life. Like up there with my husband and my kids and chocolate. Like there's Salt House, like is up there too. Like I just love that this is what I get to do. It is such joy for my life. So I'm so grateful for that. This is what I get to do with you and with God. But I also have to tell you that starting a church takes everything that you've got. And I'm tired. I started 2 years, 9 months ago, and more than anything, I am just ready to take 3 months to remember that who I am is not what I do, right? And to remember that I am beloved. So I am so ready to remember my blessedness again. And I'll say more about kind of sabbatical in these next coming weeks together, but do let me know if you have any questions, concerns, ideas, just things that you want to bring to this transition as we go through this together, okay? Okay. Are you still going to be here? Are you going to come back? Of course. Cool. All right.